Okay, basically, I took the PS3 apart in another video. This is the E3FLASHER. I'm going to be walking around, so it's going to be a little bumpy. That's the E3FLASHER. What I did is put the power back on and make this short, put the battery back on, put the wire back on over here, okay? And this is E3FLASHER. Now let's get to flashing. To make this simple, all we did is we put a C-clamp on it. There's many videos that show this, and without messing this up, in the bottom right here, is what we had to do. We had to put cardboard in between it and put the CPU back on. Okay, that's pretty much what I did. Another video. So there's the little cable went back on underneath it. Okay, then there's the fan. Everything's cleaned up. Put a quarter on it. Electrical tape on both sides of the metal clamp. You can use plastic one, I prefer. Okay, so basically let's get to the flashing. The E3FLASHER, I'm going to set it this way. Actually, we can go this way, right here, okay? And basically, I'm going to show you how this works. There is an SD card in here. I put an SD card. It is empty right now, okay? And the reason why it's empty is because we're going to dump the NOR chip right here. We're going to dump the NOR. Now, some people dump and dump and dump and dump a few times before they actually run the scan on it in the computer. I'm not, because I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it once. And pretty much I can tell it's going to be jailbreaking. Now, when you jailbreak a PS3, it's not a guarantee system. If something breaks in between, it can happen. It's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed when it comes to jailbreaking. So far, all three of them that I've done lately have been very successful, and I'm pretty sure this one will be too. Alright, so we got our power button back on. We got our fans on. Plug the wire back in there, the wire there. Okay, and then their power source right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and plug the power source in. Okay, the red light's on. Now this TV screen over here, the reason for this TV screen is so I can tell the setup of what it's doing. Okay, so now we need the controller. We're going to need the PS3 controller. You have to use a PS3 controller with the P button. If you don't have the P button, the generic ones don't work. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and plug it in there. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and hit the power button. The E3FLASHER comes on. 1 second. It's going to start dancing, okay? When that light starts dancing, okay, pretty much what I did here is it's going to start dancing. What I did here, these usually all go down, okay? But we're dumping it. So what we're going to do here, we're going to put the third one up only, and because we're dumping the NOR virus, and that's what we're going to, the NOR chip dump. So it's up on the third one. It's dancing around. When it dances, you look at the screen over here, and you wait till the screen says press the PS button or cannot start. The appropriate system storage was not found. That's because we don't have the hard drive plugged in. We don't need to. Okay. All right. So basically, we're going to hit the reset button down here. It's a reset button, and then we're going to go ahead and hit the top one, which is a start button, and we're going to go ahead and watch that. Now, if we get errors, it'll just start going all crazy, and there'll be an error message, and something's wrong. Usually this is too loose up here. This is too loose. This clamp's not on tight enough. You want to put pressure on that chip. So basically, you just watch it like this, and the lights will start moving. The screen's still on. We got one light. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 to 7 lights to have to turn on. There's second light. Once all the lights turn on, we got no error messages. It's looking good so far. There's no errors. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. Basically, it'll start dancing around at the end. When the light starts dancing around, then you can go ahead and just power the PS3 off because the chip has been dumped. And it's dumping into the SD card right there. Alright, a couple more lights. Then it'll start dancing. Okay, it's going to start dancing in a second here. What I mean by dancing, they'll move back and forth. All the lights are on. And here we start dancing. This is what I'm talking about by dancing. See how it's going back and forth? Dancing. Alright, so we can go ahead and shut the PS3 off. Let it shut off. PS3 shut off successfully. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pull, basically push forward and pull the chip out. Okay, that's the SD card. Now we're going to go to the computer. There's the computer. And let me get my card reader. In fact, we got to go back. I need my card reader. And here's the card reader. Now we're going to go ahead and put this, try and do it one hand. Let's set it up here. And let's put the SD card in here. Okay. Then let's plug it into the computer. Now let's look at the screen. Now as you can see, the BKBPPS3.bin is the dump. Don't worry about the E3FLASHER. That's just the errors and the notes and stuff. That right there is what we want. So we're going to take this files, both, and we're going to put it into the folder I made. Which, where did I put it? Alright, let's just put it right here for a second. Let's go ahead and close that. And the folder I made is actually right here. So let's go here, put this in here. And it's good to save your dumps, because if you break the system, the only way you're going to fix it is with the original dump. Okay, so I kind of date these. Now there it is, okay? 25th, we're working on the 25th. Alright, so now, let's go ahead and go to the program, which is, where did it go? Where's my file? Oh, it's in here. No, this one. Okay, so this right here is called a PS3 dump checker. You can go online. I'm not going to leave all the files. You can go online. They're everywhere. Okay, just showing you how to do this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to drag that out. And we're going to go ahead and close that. We're going to right click on that. And we're going to hit run as administrator. And we're going to hit yes. Hit yes. Okay. So we're going to wait till it pops up. Sometimes it won't pop up on the first time. So I'll hit it again. Run as administrator. Yes. Yes. Let's sit here and wait. There it is. So now what we want to do is open this folder back up with our dump. And we're going to drag that first file in here. Or actually, we don't drag it. Excuse me. Check the image. You hit check image on the top. Go back to desktop. And go back to your 25th. And there's the dump right here. Hit that. Hit OK. And it'll read like this. If it comes back OK like that, successful, there's another program you can actually run to scan it again. A lot of guys do. But you don't have to. 2.70 is the minimum version we can go to. As you can see. It's going to ask you, do you want to patch this? You put yes. We're going to patch system. Hit OK. So our dump is successfully. Okay. So now, open the folder up. Now the one that says patch, right there, patch bin, drag it out. Okay. Or copy it and just leave a copy of the file. That way you have it. Okay. So we did that. And let's go ahead and edit this. We're going to take everything off that says patch to right there. And we're going to put .bin. Okay. So there's our file. So now we're going to right click, copy that file, because that's our patch dump. And then we're going to go ahead and go to our USB. And we're going to take this out, just delete it. We don't need it. And let's go ahead and right click, and there's the dump. It's going right there. Patch. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and pull it out. Leave it down here. And now let's go back to the PS3. Now on the PS3, we're going to go back and put the card in here. It's kind of hard to do it one hand. The SD card. And we're going to press down on it and press up or to the left. Alright, so now let's go ahead and hit the PS3 on again. And let's wait for our error message. But this time, because we had it on the third one, this time we must have all of these down. All down. All down. So when we put the patch in, you want them all down. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit the button. PS3 is coming on. Oh, there's a mistake. Let's unplug that. We don't want that. That's just going to give us another patch. Okay, so now let's go put this third one down. Is it down this time? Down. Alright, let's turn the PS3 on. Now as you can see, they're all down. That's what we want. Now, we're going to watch this screen over here, and we're going to wait till it says something about the storage again. Like the storage can't be found or whatever. Here we go. It's dancing down here. See, PS3 fans, everything's on. There we go. Cannot start the appropriate system storage. That. Okay, so now you hit the reset button down here. And then you're going to hit the start button. And now we're going to sit here and wait for it to dance again. But what's happening is we're putting the patch into the North chip. So that's the jailbreak. That's exactly how you jailbreak a PS3 2001A and a 2501A. Some 2501As can't be done. It depends on when they were made. The mid of 2010 to early 2003 depends. None of the jailbreaks are guaranteed. So we're going to sit here and wait till it dances. This could take a minute. So basically, while we're waiting for that, what I did to put this fan back on, we had to use thermal paste. We put thermal paste on the CPUs, and then we had to screw it and put cardboards in between the metal things, like we're putting the PS together, because we had to protect it from hitting the board and frying the board. So there's brand new thermal paste. This video is basically to show you how the jailbreak is done. I have other videos there's a lot of tutorials online too that show you how to take the PS3 apart, put it back together. It's just a long process. There's some videos that I have done it in. It's just a long process. Just don't want to make the video boring. So you got one light coming on. We're going to wait till all the lights come on. And when it dances, we're just going to shut it off. We are done with the jailbreak. And I'm going to show you that the jailbreak was done successfully once we're done. Screen stays on like that still. This could take a minute. I also cleaned everything up on this. It was really dirty. I took the fan out, cleaned that up, everything with some rubbing alcohol. Remember, if you use a metal clamp, you do want electrical tape on both ends, or some kind of tape that's not going to ground out. I put a quarter there to hold the chip from my E3FLASHER. There's two lights. So what we're doing right now, we're downgrading this system to 3.55. That's how you can jailbreak it. If you can't do 3.55, it's not going to work. So if the jailbreak, if the firmware is at 4.83, good luck. Normally it can't be jailbroken. 4.82 and down, I have done. 4.83 is patched by Sony to stop the jailbreak. That's why we use old PS3 systems that haven't been updated. I like to buy mine from eBay, which I do, and I find them like in auctions or recycle centers. Or I have to ask the customer what firmware is in it. Sometimes I take my chance. This one was at 4.80, and I did a minimum version check on there, and it went to 2.70, which is normal. That's what these 2001As go at. So we got our third light on. Fourth light, halfway there. While this is going on, let's go get our USB for the custom firmware. This is the USB. It's an 8 gigabyte PNY. Some of the USBs don't work, but you want to at least have 8 gigabyte, I would say. You could have less, I'm not sure, but 8's plenty. But I have the REBUG 4.82 custom firmware in here. Sometimes you can actually upgrade the system from 4.82, but then there's stories that you got to do 3.55, but I have done 4.82. So if this jailbreak goes correctly, then I would show that in this video how I'm going to update this system with 4.82 custom firmware. Custom firmware REBUG 4.82 Rex. Okay, it's going to dance around. I'm running out of battery juice. The camera's going to shut off, but it's going to get to ready dancing, and then the jailbreak is done. So if it shuts off, that's the end of it, and pretty much the jailbreak was successful. You just didn't see everything, the lights dancing, but I hope the camera don't shut off. I would have showed how to do the custom firmware. I'm not going to be able to. This camera battery is dying. I would make another video to show that. Jailbreak is almost done. We're just waiting for those lights to dance. We got one more light. I think we're going to make it. Up, camera died. No, it didn't. Okay, the lights are getting ready to dance. They're dancing. Jailbreak was successful. It is done. Power off the unit. Let's see if we can go. Let's see if I can show you real quick that all the software is gone from Sony, and now it's ready for a custom firmware. Let's see if I can do this fast enough. Let's take this off. All right. Finger here. Take that off, and that is done. All right. Now, let's go ahead and plug the hard drive in. Try and do this fast enough. One second. Hard drive plugged in. Now let's hit the power button, and hopefully this camera don't shut off, and I'm going to show you there's no firmware in it now. And now it's ready to be updated with my USB. You plug it into the right side of the USB, and it'll be updated. Connect the controller. The controller is connected. Hit the PS button, and it says the system software cannot be correctly. It says connect to 4.8, put 4.8 or later. Okay, so basically you got to put this firmware in. Let's see if we can get it, but if it runs out of the video. Alright, USB there, usually goes on the other side. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can do the custom firmware. It's looking for the firmware. Alright. Alright, hit the PS button and start select. Please checking. It's basically checking for the firmware. It'll find the firmware. I don't know if it's going to do it fast enough. The battery may just die in this camera. Usually this takes a minute. So if you don't see it, basically it's going to check the system. It's going to ask about the update. I'm going to hit the update and follow all the instructions. Once I hit all the instructions, then the PS3 will update to its 4.82 REBUG. Then you can go ahead and install your games, your packages, and all that nice stuff. Get online, put PS2 games, Nintendo games, any kind of games you want pretty much. There's MAME, there's all kinds of things. I've done a Nintendo and Super Nintendo, and I also do the PS2 and PS3. So it's checking, and the battery's gonna die right now. So the jailbreak was successful. There's no firmware. That's why I can't turn it on with nothing. We got the hard drive plugged in down there, and this is what you're gonna get. Till it's done updating, this will stay like this till it updates to the REBUG firmware. I'll probably show this in another later video. I'm just going to keep it on, see if we can get closer, but I'm pretty sure the camera is going to shut off. Well, we're not going to make it. I'm just going to go ahead and shut the camera off. Get this uploaded for you guys to show you the video. It does take time. This could take up to like 20 minutes, 10 minutes. You never know how long it's going to actually take.